His eyes are open. There's coming out of his mouth.
Police and paramedics respond and find a young man hit with the oo-wop. When detectives get to the scene, they see he's at Mohawk Park, lying in the grass. It's a 2,800-acre park. He has a work shirt on that says Wilmer. They see that he was hit multiple times with the oo-wop. They find 12 casings by the victim also. Then detectives go talk to the two women sitting in a blazer. One was the 911 caller. She said that they were checking the park out for a wedding. They saw him laying there. The detective asked was anything out of the ordinary. She said her friend heard the oo-wop go off about 4 p.m. And she said a pickup drove by while they were checking the victim. But they didn't see the occupants because the windows were tinted. Then an officer comes up and tells the detectives,
I took a burglary report from the stolen Raptor. The guy that took the Raptor, he said he was in his early 20s or maybe Hispanic male, and that's what it looks like here.
But she's not positive that's him. Then the detectives talked to a hiker whom she said heard the oo-wop go off also. She said about 3 went off, and she saw a dark pickup also. The detective asked, was it a Raptor? She said no, it was a beat-up truck. Then when she returned to her car, it had been broken into. Her purse was missing. They used her card to withdraw $1,005. She contacted her bank and was told the money was withdrew at 4:13 p.m. So they head back to the station and start reviewing the 911 calls about the stolen Raptor. One report says Elvin Flores took the Raptor. Then the detectives get the name of the expired victim. He's identified as Wilmer Flores. He's 29 years old, works for a security fencing company. Then a tip come in saying they spotted the Raptor on the highway. They get behind him, and the plates are Kansas. But then a mile away, officers pull over a Raptor. Hispanic male driver, Texas plates. Detectives pull up on him, recover the oo-wop from him, but he's not Elvin. So they take him down for questioning. He said his friend asked him did he want to drive the Raptor. He just wanted to show it off. So detectives let him know the Raptor may or may not be involved in an M. So he says a guy named Elvin start talking about selling the Raptor.
And I think they found a buyer. You don't really want to sit there and ask a whole bunch of questions. They see like, hey man, it's like just don't speak, just whatever.
So they asked him who was Elvin. He says he's light-skinned, 25 years old, birthday is in November. So they step out of that interview, find out the oo-wop didn't match the casings that were found. Punch Elvin Flores into the computer. He has a previous conviction for false impersonation. They print the photo, take it back in the interrogation room. He picks out Elvin as the one who had the Raptor. So they end that interview. Now it's verified that Elvin Flores took the Raptor, and Wilmer Flores is the one expired. But what's the connection? All of a sudden, the robbery team has the owners of the Raptor in custody. They hit a Chinese restaurant and they recovered the oo-wop. The people arrested were Jose Flores, Alejandro Guzman, and Jennifer Lopez. They speak to Jennifer first. She's Alejandro's girlfriend. She said that they went to the vape store. Elvin was with them. They parked, went in. At that point, Elvin took off with the Raptor. So they go to Elvin's apartment and his brother was there. He was wearing a work uniform. She said Alejandro was really mad and had the oo-wop on him. So detectives asked how did they know where Elvin lived. She said a fourth suspect took them over there.
Alejandro got off it and gone. And then they just got back in the truck. They kept telling him that if he didn't get in contact with him, then something was going to happen to him.
Alejandro knocks on the door and Wilmer answered. Elvin wasn't there, so he told Wilmer that he was going to pay for what his brother did. She said Wilmer offered money and his car to let him go. So Alejandro say, let's take him to the woods. Jose said that he know where to take him. They went to the park, walked him into the woods, and she saw Alejandro hit him with the oo-wop. He emptied it on him. So they leave that interview room, punch Alejandro into the computer to get some information on him. He's 20 years old, no previous convictions, but several pending charges in Houston. So they go in and interview Alejandro. They ask him about what he did yesterday. He said Evan Flores robbed him for his truck and everything because he saw that he had money. Alejandro said he received a couple million in a settlement when he lost his family when a drunk driver was going in the wrong direction, entering the exit ramp. It was a head-on collision. 5 members expired, and his 15-year-old sister was the only survivor. Carmona pled guilty in the case and received a 50-year sentence. His blood alcohol level was 0.23. Now the detectives asked him, how much money did Evan take?
Well, he stole like 50 Gucci shirts, like 100 belts of just, they're $1,000 belts. He took some gold that's worth like about 100,000.
He said they looked all over for the Raptor and just gave up. Then detectives asked if they start watching video evidence, will they see him holding the UWAP? He said yes, at the Chinese restaurant. Detectives asked what happened. Alejandro said him, Jose, and Jennifer went in and said, give me the money. He said he had just lost a lot. Then the detectives asked how long did they ride around with Evan's brother, and did he hit Evan's brother with the UWAP? Alejandro said no. Then he lawyered up. So they end that interview, arrest Alejandro on M and robbery charges, go in and interview Jose Flores. He lawyered up. So they charge him with the M of Wilmer and charge Jennifer also with M. And now they look for the fourth suspect who told Alejandro where Evan lived, and at the same time try to find Evan Flores. So they get the fourth suspect. He comes over from jail with his lawyer. They start by asking him, how did you get to know Alejandro? He said his brother and friend was living with him in a mansion in Houston. He said Alejandro showed up at his house with friends looking for something to do. He said he had bags of clothes, 2 backpacks of money, and some loud in a Raptor.
So we're driving around, and then that's when we happened to pass to the vapor store, and they wanted to get off. So we parked. Alvin took off with the truck with everything in. Alejandro was like pissed at me because he said that was my friend. And he said that I said I'm.
Alejandro put the UWAP in his ribs and told him to come on. Where do Evan stay? So they go to the apartments, grab Wilmer. Jose said they know where to take him. When they get there, Jose told him to get out also. He felt they was going to get him also, and he watched Alejandro hit Wilmer with the UWAP. So they end that interview, get a call from the Houston detectives saying Alejandro is involved in 4 M's and a robbery in Houston, and he'll send them a video of Alejandro. So they review the video. It lets them know how violent he is. Alejandro Guzman pled guilty to M, kidnapping, robbery, and assault. He received a life sentence. Jose Flores pleaded guilty to kidnapping, robbery, possession of a stolen vehicle, and accessory to M after the fact. He received 35 years. Jennifer Lopez pled guilty to robbery and possession of a stolen vehicle. She received a suspended sentence of 10 years. The M and kidnapping were dropped. Fourth suspect received no charges. Then they get a call from Evan Flores trying to come back from Mexico, fearing for his life down there. So they get Evan, and he pleaded guilty to joyriding and received 9 months. Thank you for watching. Leave me some comments. Hit that like button. Hit that thanks button. Stay safe out there. I'm done talking.
These jackasses that helped me out, got me for my car, got me for all my stuff. Once I get into Mexico, they just abandoned me. Can you guys please get me back to the States, man?